Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and this is another bookish video. Hello friends, in today's video I wanted to give some recommendations and also a little TBR video because in a little bit less than a week we will be doing I will be doing the Smut Den readathon. It's a 72-hour readathon, and it starts on the 26th, Friday the 26th, and goes until Sunday the 28th. The goal is to read as many like smutty books as you can in the weekend in 72 hours. And to do that, you have to spin either the light wheel or the dark wheel. And this readathon is hosted by the Late Night Crew, which is Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy, Rye from Rye's Reading Corner, and Mel from Eleanor Reads. And then also the two co-hosts will be Michelle from Michelle's Library, and I believe Bree from Four Paws and a Book. They will be all the hosts for the readathon, and I am very excited because romance is my favorite genre, and it's the one the genre I read the most, so I hopefully will thrive with this readathon, and hopefully this readathon will get me out of this slump because I'll be reading my favorite genre. So yeah, let's go ahead and I will share you all my my TBR for the readathon based on the wheels. Because I think what I'll do, I think I mostly will do the dark wheel. Like on 2 of the days, I'll do the dark wheel. And I think one day I'll do the light wheel. Because I kind of in the mood to read some of my darker fantasy romances. So let's go ahead and I will show you the TBR based off of the prompts on the wheel. Okay, so for the first recommendations, I'm going to go with my light wheel recommendation, or not recommendations, my light wheel TBR hopefuls, because I don't plan on reading all of these, but these are ones that will fit some of the prompts, and if you want, you can take some of these options as well if they're on your TBR as well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, and if I look this way, it's because I have the wheel up, the light wheel up, and I want to look back on that to see what prompts they fit. I have an idea already of what they fit, but if I look at that way, it's because I'm trying to figure out if it fits other prompts on the wheel. So the first one I have is Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. I've heard really good things about this author. I haven't read a book from her, but I think this is a brother's best friend. I think it's her brother's friend. And then they start texting each other, and they don't know who, it's an anonymous messaging, because one of them texts the wrong number, and then they start these flirty messages back and forth, and then a romance of course begins. And I'm very excited to hopefully read this soon, but because it sounds like it'll be fun. And the prompts it fits is I think object on the cover, because there's this plant. Obviously it will fit wild. Illustrated cover. Not an animal. 3+ word title, because 3 words. Couple on the cover. Yellow font. And I think that's it. So it fits a very good amount of prompts. So this will be a good choice if I choose to read this, if I land on any of those during the readathon. The second book I have is Happenstance by Tessa Bailey. This is I think a Why Choose romance. And it's really short, so it'll be good for the readathon because it's super short. And I loved Tessa Bailey's It Happened One Summer and her Fixer Up, that series. Like all 3 of those books, I love those. So yeah, Tessa Bailey is one of my like favorite romance authors. And I haven't heard too much about this one. But yeah, I'm very excited to see how I will like this. Let's see, which one will this fit? It fits the cursive font, object on the cover, like hanger and dress. There's like objects on it. Obviously wild. I think this counts as illustrated. I'm not sure. Blue cover. And I think that's it for this one. So this will also be a really good option for the readathon. And then another book I have, which is also another Tessa Bailey book, Too Hot to Handle. This I think is it's like one of her older like backlist books, but it was like redid with like new covers. And I love this. It's like so cute. And I love the blue. So obviously it'll fit for blue cover. And then it'll fit for 3+ word title and a couple on the cover. It'll fit for object because the cactus is, I think, wild, illustrated cover. So yeah, this will fit many of the prompts. So yeah. I'm very excited to read this. I think this is a romance. It goes on like a road trip. But yeah, I'm not sure on too much about it. But yeah, I'm excited to read this because again, it is by one of my favorite authors. And then the next one I have is Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. I've read her Things We Never Got Over, that book, and I love that. I still need to read the sequel to that, but this one is about a house flipper and a YouTube star, and it's like an opposites attract kind of romance, and it sounds like it'll be really cute, and I'm excited to see how this one goes. This one will fit for, I think, cursive font. I don't think it has to be the full like title, so since that's cursive, I think that'll work. And then objects, there's a lot of objects on the cover. Wild, illustrated cover. Animal, it'll work for animal on the cover. Blue cover, 3+ words. Couple on the cover, and I think the house is in the background, so it would count as like building on the cover. So yeah, this will fit a lot of the prompts. So if you're trying to find a good book to fit prompts, this one is a good option as well. So yeah, I maybe we'll get to this one over the weekend too, but it is kind of longer, so I'm not sure. And then the next book I have, one that has been on my TBR for a really long time. I don't know why I haven't read it yet, and that is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I've heard nothing but like good things about this romance book. Yeah. It's this author's debut novel, and it is part of like a like connecting like series of like romance, like how like romances, like they follow different like couples in each book for the series. But yeah, this has a disability rep as well, which is awesome. And yeah, I've been really excited to read this, and I actually might make this as a priority for the readathon because it's been sitting on my shelf for way too long, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up. But it will fit for cursive font. It will fit for wild. I think illustrated cover because the couple's like illustrated. Blue, this is like more of like a green teal color, so 3-word title, couple on the cover, yellow font, and I said cursive font. So yeah, this fits quite a bit of prompts as well. So yeah, this could definitely be an option for the readathon. And then the last book I have on my the Smut Den TBR for the light wheel is Dating Dr. Dill. I got this last year in my book of the month box, and I've heard like mixed reviews about this. I did see a lot of hype about it, but there were a lot of like mixed reviews on it, so that's why I've been like kind of putting it off. But I am still very excited to read this. I think it's an enemies to lovers romance. And like the premise sounded really good. And this will fit the 3+ word title, couple on the cover, illustrated cover. And I think that's it. You can count object because he has the stethoscope, and like, I don't know if you can count like the earrings, or the chair, that like can be an object. But yeah, this fits quite a bit of prompts. So that is definitely an option as well. So yeah, those are all the light wheel options. Now I will go ahead and share my dark wheel, like TBR hopeful. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and show my dark wheel TBR options. Again, I obviously don't plan on reading all of these. These are just like hopefuls that I possibly can choose from. The ones I'm probably gonna choose from, depending on what I land on for the wheel. The first one I have is Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. I read the Hunting Adeline and Haunting Adeline, like that series, and I loved it. Very dark, so check trigger warnings. This one also check trigger warnings. I've heard like this is just as dark, or dark, maybe, I don't know if it's as dark, but it is dark. Of course, like this is the dark romance wheel. But yeah, check trigger warnings. But yeah, this is follows Enzo, is like the main like male protagonist, and I'm not sure who the girl is. Let me see. Sawyer and Enzo. I think it's like enemies to lovers. I'm not sure exactly what it's about, but I have heard good things about it. And this counts as a discreet cover. It has the wild, it would be good for like wild. I think it can count as a white cover because it is like kind of mostly white. And I think that is it for this one. So not that many, but it'll be a good option if I decide I want to read this and if I'm in the mood for it. And then the next book I have is Praise by Sarah Kate. This is part of the Salacious Players Club series. And this is the new like discreet like covers that they're creating for this series. So obviously it'll fit for discreet cover and for 1-word title. And then it is mostly black. I think you can count it as black. It's not like fully black cover, but I think it'll work. And I think that is it. And then obviously Wild. But yeah, this is definitely an option if I get into the mood to read this. And then the third book I have is Beautiful Graves by L.J. Shen. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know too much about these. But I hopefully will love them. This will fit for flowers on the cover, discreet cover, wild, and white cover. It is like mostly white. And I think that is it. But yeah, if I'm in the mood for this one, this is definitely an option for the Dark Wheel. And then the next one I have is Flock by Kate Stewart. This I think is a Why Choose romance and is part of a trilogy. And I've heard this one will like break your heart in like especially the second book. I've like been trying to avoid spoilers as much as I can, but on TikTok it's really hard. But I've been like, I just know that it'll make you cry. And I've heard like it like, yeah, it's very like hard to read, especially like that second book. I don't know what happens, but I'm excited to find out. Maybe not. But yeah, this is definitely an option. It counts as, I think this can be like a discreet cover. I think this can count as like a creature on the cover. I don't know, but maybe that can count as creature on the cover. It has red font. It's a one-word title. And of course it counts as wild. So this one will fit quite a few prompts on the wheel. So this is definitely a good option. And I have been wanting to read this for a while now. So I might actually read this during that weekend. Then the next book I have is Dead of Night by Emily Goodwin. I haven't heard anybody talk about this book really at all. I think I saw it at first on like TikTok, but I think I saw it once and then never like saw it again. But I like bought it because I was like it's like a vampire romance. So yeah, I know it's like part of like, I think there's like, it's like a 6 or 7 book series. And I have like the first 3 in the series already. Yeah, first 3. But yeah, I'm excited because I love vampire romances. Maybe that takes me back to my like Twilight days. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this, and I don't know if you can count, since there's a if you can count vampires as a creature on the cover. I don't know. It counts as wild. There is hands on the cover. There's a hand right there. I don't know if it really counts as black on the cover. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, not very many prompts. This one won't fit as many prompts, but maybe if I'm in the mood for this during that weekend and I land on one of the prompts it fits, this is definitely a possibility. And then next I have Vipers and Virtuouses by Sav R. Miller. I read Promises and Pomegranates, and I gave that like a 3.5 star. It was all right. Not a favorite, but it was still like entertaining, and I still had a good time like reading it. But I am excited. This follows Aiden and Riley. Like each book in this series follows a different couple, and I think it's based off of like the Greek gods. Like I think Promise and Pomegranates followed Hades and Persephone. And then I'm not sure which one this one followed, Orpheus and Eurydice. Yeah. Eurydice and Orpheus. So yeah, but the like two characters are Aiden and Riley. So yeah, I am very excited to read this one. And this counts as flowers on the cover, discreet cover, wild. I think that is all. So yeah, only a couple of the prompts. It'll only fit a couple of prompts, but this is definitely an option. And I have been wanting to like continue this series. So if I'm in the mood, this is definitely an option. And then the next book I have, this is probably one of the darkest books, or at least I think it's dark because it has like the longest like content like warning list I've seen. I'm not gonna like read the whole thing, but like these are all like the content warnings. And then there's also like an author's note like warning too. So yeah, I would definitely like if this intrigues you. It's called Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox. I believe this is a Why Choose romance. And yeah, this is definitely dark. And I think this will fit, I think this can count as creature on the cover. There's flowers on the cover. White cover. It's definitely mostly white. Let's see what else. I think that's it. And then wild, of course. So yeah, this is definitely an option. I've been wanting to read this for a little bit now. Like I got it like a couple months ago. Because I saw it on I saw it on like a Facebook group. Someone like was recommending it, but said that it is like really dark. But yeah, definitely read content warning for this before getting into that one. I don't know really much about it, but yeah, this is definitely an option if I'm in the mood for this. And then the next book I have is Be Still My Heart by Emily McKinstry and Sav R. Miller. So this is the author of the Promises and Pomegranates. And then this is actually the author of another book that I will be showing shortly. So yeah, I think this is a like romantic suspense, so I think that would count as like dark still. Yeah, it says this is a romantic suspense and it has smut scenes and adult themes, so definitely work for Smut Den. And count as discreet cover, wild. Let's see, I think that's it. So yeah, only like one of the like the main prompts, and then obviously will count for wild if I land on that. So if I'm in the mood for this, this one will work for that. So yeah, I've been wanting to read this. Yeah, I'm very excited. And then the next book, so this is by Emily McKinstry, the second author of the Be Still My Heart, and that is Hooked. I've heard nothing but good things about this one, and this is like a series of different like Disney or like different fairy tales. I'm not gonna say Disney because I think Wizard of Oz is one. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but I'm pretty sure it is. But this one obviously follows Peter Pan. And it's like the villains, so of course, I'm assuming Captain Hook, or I heard it's Captain Hook and Wendy. So yeah, I am very excited to get into this. I've heard nothing but I've heard good things about it, and it's all over TikTok and I've seen it a lot like lately on Book Talk as well, or BookTube as well. So yeah, I'm very excited to hopefully, and this seems like it's pretty short too, and it will fit for one word title, discreet cover, wild, of course. I think it'll count for black. It's mostly black. And I think that's it. But yeah, very excited, and I definitely probably will be getting into this one during Smut Den. And then the last one, but not least, I have 6 Scorched Roses. This is the like novella between Serpent and the Wings of Night, and then like the second book in that series. And I read Serpent and the Wings of Night and loved it. And I just haven't, I don't know why I didn't like continue right away, but there was other books I wanted to read as well. So I've been putting it off, but hopefully I think this will fit for Smut Den. But yeah, this is a novella that follows like a different character, I think, like in the past, or in like actually in the time frame of when Serpent and I think it like takes place between or during like the time of Serpent and the Wings of Night. At least I think that's what I've heard. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm very excited to get to this, and it's obviously a novella, so it's short, and it fits flowers on the cover, hand on the cover, and then wild, of course, and then discreet I think you can count it as discreet cover. I mean, this is the only cover I've seen, and also the like under the dust jacket is stunning. Like, I love that. Yeah, so very excited. This will definitely be an option for like Smut Den if I land on any of those, because I've been wanting to continue this series. So yeah, very excited to get to this one hopefully as well. Okay, so those were all my TBR hopefuls for Smut Den. I am very excited to do this for the second year in a row. I am so glad that the Late Night Crew is bringing it back. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend and hopefully reading a lot and getting out of this reading slump. I know I keep saying that like in every like video, like TBR, like, but yeah, I need to get out of this slump I'm in. I'm still reading. It's just I am not reading as like fast as I normally would. Like nothing is like grabbing me, like making me want to like sit down and like keep reading, like, and turning like the page. Like I want a book that like I fall in love with. Like Serpent I loved, but then like after that, like I got in like this like book hangover, and I don't know why I just didn't continue with the series. I just wanted to like read other books that were on my TBR, like I should have just continued with the series instead of reading books on my TBR. But anyway, yeah, I'm very excited for Smut Den, and I am excited to see what everyone else reads as well. And I will leave the links to like the hosts in the description down below. And then yeah, I am very excited, and thank you for watching this video, and hopefully everyone has a good day, night, evening, wherever you are.